Hello, I'm Marian Wilmer. I have had breast cancer. I was diagnosed in July 2015. I then had surgery in the September 2015 and then followed by chemotherapy and radiotherapy in spring 16. So I finished that about a year ago. I was on Herceptin injections as well, and they finished last October. So I suppose I'm relatively recently through the treatment. I got involved today because initially I was prompted to approach or look on Google in relation to what was going on post-cancer. I had an information booklet that I was given during my treatment, and I'd scribbled all over it and I wasn't quite sure what to do with it. Anyway, through a Google search I came across the Living With and Beyond Cancer network, and through contact with Adrienne became part of the network. Thought it was quite important to sort of be able to give back in relation to my story and how I felt about the treatment and the consequences of the treatment. So I volunteered today to be a patient representative, first time I've done it. I think it went okay. And the main reason really is to ground the professionals, of which I am also a professional because I'm a nurse by background, but to remind the professionals here that we are all people at the end of the day. We're individuals as opposed to grouping everybody together. That's also a challenge for professionals because a lot of the treatment pathways are very much focused on groups of patients, and at the end of the day we're all individuals, so there's a tension there for the professionals here I'm aware of, but it's a very well attended event and they all seem to be engaging beautifully with it. It would have just been really helpful just to have even known about there being some opportunity to meet with other people or have the hub idea. I think is a great one, and it's not so much to over-resource something like that, but I think it is a pooling together of resources that are probably already out there in the community that we can tap into. I'm also aware that my GP service is probably doesn't seem to be one of the ones that they've talked to yet, because I'm not aware of anything in relation to my support from my GP. They just seem quite scared of me really when I go and see them. But so I think there is a lot of work that can be done to improve things for people.
I'm Sarah Benger. I lead the Living With and Beyond Cancer workstream in the National Cancer Programme at NHS England. I'm particularly excited to be here today to see the excitement around this agenda and to see and hear about how in this area people are understanding how to implement things like the recovery package, stratified follow-up pathways, and really putting what patients need and want at the centre of their plans. One of the fundamental aims of the National Cancer Programme is to improve the quality of life of people living with and beyond cancer and to really transform the way that we support people who are living with and beyond cancer. Key to this are some kind of early priorities. At the moment, we are developing a national quality of life metric to let us know how well people are living after treatment, not just how long they're living for. We are fully committed to rolling out the recovery package so that everyone gets access to the services they need. Also stratified follow-up pathways so we can deliver more tailored and personalised follow-up care that's also more effective for the system, and making sure that we support people who are at the end of life to have access to the best possible services and to meet their personal choices.
So if you want to find out more about the Living With and Beyond Cancer workstream as part of the clinical network, we have all the information available on our website, including all the slides from the presentations that have taken place at all the events that we've done. We also are going to be presenting our work at the Kenton Medway and Surrey and Sussex Cancer Alliance stakeholder events, the details of which are also going to be on the Clinical Network website. We'd love to get more people involved taking this piece of work forward as we change from the Clinical Network to the Cancer Alliances.